Hello. So in this video, I want to talk about the 1, 4, and 5 chords for the key of D major. So just like we talked about with the keys of C major and G major, for the key of D major, the 1, 4, and 5 chords are going to be the most common chords you're going to find. And we can find those chords by using the D major scale. So here is note 1, D, and our 1 chord will be the D chord. Note 2 is E, note 3 is F sharp, note 4 is G, so our number 4 chord will be G major, and our number 5 note is A, so our number 5 chord will be A. So 1, 4, 5 for the key of D major is D, G, and A. So to make, so we already met the D chord. That's this guy. So second fret, middle finger on the E string, index finger on the G string, other two strings open, and you play all 4 strings. We've already met the 4 chord, the G, so that's this one with middle finger 3rd fret of the E string, index finger 2nd fret of the A string, and the other 2 strings open, play all 4. And then the new chord is A, and there's a bunch of ways to make the A chord, like there's a bunch of ways to make all these chords. The one I like is where on the 2nd fret, I use my index finger on both pairs of the G strings and the D strings. And like I mentioned in the other video, you can kind of squish your finger down so you actually fret all 4 strings, but I find it uncomfortable and it's hard to get in and out of that shape quickly. So I just take the tip of my finger and squash it down between the two, and the outer strings are muted, but that's fine because it's actually, you're just repeating the same notes as the open strings below. And this chord is chord that is quite useful because it actually works for both A minor or A major. It actually doesn't have the 3rd note of the chord in it, so you can use it for A minor, A major. There's a few names for this. I've heard people call this the A modal chord. But anyways, this is what I think is the easiest A chord to make on the mandolin. So let's practice these chords just like we did with the others. We'll do a chord progression of 1, 4, 1, 5, back to 1 for the key of D major with that same strumming pattern we talked about. So I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our 1 chord, the D chord. And then we'll go to the 4 chord, the G chord. Back to the 1 chord, the D chord. And the 5 chord, the A chord. And back to the 1 chord, the D chord. Thanks, and let me know if you have any questions.